a YouTube little rant video. Just something that I believe in. Alright, so... Oh, hi! I am beginning to firmly believe that all tears within a marching music ensemble happen as a result of inconsistencies of internal tempo, which are usually caused by rehearsing at different tempos because of section techs guessing the tempo while rehearsing things, as in using sticks or a Gach block and just being slightly off. And then each section, therefore, will internalize the tempo of various parts of their music slightly differently. And then on the field, regardless of what their listening or watching responsibilities are, they're most likely going to do what they rehearsed. And if what they rehearsed is different than what the people over there on the other side of the field rehearsed, there's your side-to-side tear. And so here's the thing. People make the argument, well, tempo is never going to be perfect. You need to learn to listen and adjust. First of all, I agree. You should be listening and adjusting all the time, and listening is a skill that you need to train. However, if we're in a constant state of listen, adjust for an entire show, it's not going to be very cohesive, because every time we listen and adjust, that implies a tear. That means there was some form of tear that we had to adjust to. So how do we avoid the tear in the first place? Well, in my opinion, it's having extremely good internal sense of what the tempo is, because you've rehearsed it at that tempo so many times. And sometimes on the field you can't listen. If you're way off on side one and battery's over on side two, you're like, oh, I'll just listen to them and be mature and listen. It doesn't work. It's not like a little chamber ensemble, So sometimes really all you can do is spit out what you internalized, because your geographic location on the field, the staging of whatever that moment is going to disallow listening. Sometimes the front ensemble is posted up all the way on one side or the other for various reasons relating to the show concept. That's very common these days. And that means those kids have to listen to things that they wouldn't normally listen to. Sometimes they can't listen to the battery if the battery is staged too near the 50 and they're way far off. This is getting a little rambly, but here's my point. The ultimate source of tempo is rehearsing something at that tempo many, many times, such that you could not play it differently if you tried. If you rehearse something the correct tempo enough times, when you go to play it, you're probably going to play it at that tempo or within 1 to 2 clicks of that tempo. And if every single section takes that to heart, when they go to play that thing, if there is a tear, it's going to be not nearly as bad, is the thing. Like little tears here and there, that's what we can listen and adjust and fix them. And even the greatest ensembles have these little tears. But having worked with so many programs where the entire show is a constant tear, and watching their section techs rehearse where they just click sticks randomly, it's absolutely bonkers. And people try to justify it. These people are wrong.